especially from a male perspective. I'm going to start sharing, and I face this issue of I'm trying to do something for us. I'm trying to uncover this stuff and learn to share for us because I'm in this for the long haul and I'm more mature now and I know this needs to be worked on. And then they face a reaction from their partner that is not ideal because it's also the partner's first time dealing with this hyper emotional man. I think the frame of we're doing this for us is important, but I think one layer deeper than that, the man should be doing it for himself. But that's more an instinct than something I've been able to sort of flesh out, right? So if I'm opening up, I think it'd be very helpful for a man to go like, I'm going to start opening up. And even if my partner doesn't react in a way that I want, and that is, helpful to me and what I view as helpful to the situation, I still want to do this work because it's important for me. But why is it important for me?
Because if you don't, then you're holding all of this frustration. Your partner doesn't know who you are. You can't feel close to anybody in life because you can't reveal who you actually are and what you actually think. Because no human has no feelings. Every human has feelings. They just, to varying degrees, hide them, right? So you will feel more and more disconnected from people if you don't do this.
Yeah, I agree with that. And as you were talking about that, I realized you also get more and more disconnected from yourself. If the person you're presenting on the outside feels very different from how you feel on the inside. I remember in my last company, that's what I felt like for some of the phases.
You get pissed at yourself too because I don't even trust you. I don't trust you to represent who I am. Yeah. Because you keep on saying you're going to, but then you don't.
Yeah. And it's not like you need to do an overhaul and quit your job and all that stuff. It's just that you got to let the other side of you out sometimes. And then you got to, maybe it's not so much that work version of you is who you are, but it's like, work version of me is who I am at work. And then who I am when I go out and play pickleball with my friends is this person, and who I am with my family is this person. And it's almost like you have multiple looks on who you are. And then it's easier to lean into the fact there are multiple versions of you and they all have value and they can all play together. The risk is when we over-index on one. And then the only evidence that we have in life is that, oh, I'm this kind of guy and this is all I am and this is all I'm known for. But that's not how I feel on the inside.
Yeah, when it's too far, when the picture you display to the outside world is too far from who you are in here, there's this massive dissonance, right? And it's like lonely, I think.
Yeah. Do you feel for yourself like there are versions of you that don't get to come out anymore?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I don't get to be as crazy and silly anymore. We have responsibilities, right? Like I'd love to just go off and travel for a long, I want to live in a caravan for a long period of time, right?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, but Michaela's in primary school next year, that type of shit, right? Yeah, actually the sort of like spontaneous, frivolous type of fun is quite hard to access now, right? It's like we'll have a cheeky little bit of it on like a 2-hour thing in between having to do a kid thing and then falling asleep.
But I love how enjoyable it is even to get like the 2 hours. Like sometimes if my parents say, oh, we're going to take the kids for a Friday and we like just come home and like eat snacks and watch TV. It's the best.
Yeah, it's become like that, right? Like we don't party anymore. We don't go out. There are no more late nights. We don't even go out to watch movies anymore. It's like snacks.
Yummy. Well, they're good though. Like good fruit is really yummy.
That's a bit sad.
I don't know. Is it though?
I don't feel sad. Yeah. It just sounds kind of lame.
I feel like I'm quite comfortable with it. Like from one angle, I like that something so simple can be so enjoyable because we spend the rest of our lives doing this other thing, right? So I like that something so simple can feel so good.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, it is nice. It is nice. I think for me, there's definitely that sort of casual, frivolous, spontaneous, just like do whatever the hell we want, or don't need to worry so much about responsibilities, just go out late at night and just be crazy because you don't really have much planned for the Sunday. It's just not an option now,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But the other thing is there's an end range of human emotion that I think people don't usually get to express anymore once you get to adulthood and you stop competing in sports. And I think, I don't know if there's any evidence to back this up, but my gut feel when it comes to guys is that if we don't have a pressure valve release of, extreme aggression, extreme competition, extreme assertiveness, extreme,
Extreme.
yeah, whatever. And you got safe ways to do it. Like we're watching Max soon play rugby, and he's playing for some championship game, and he's 14, and you watch him with his friends. And I look on sometimes with like a bit of envy. I'm like, oh, that's so cool. You're with your boys and you are playing this aggressive sport and you're going for it, and you're like yelling and grunting and just like, you're fully in the extremeness of the aggression. And I think on a DNA level, human beings, and especially men historically, you have to think that on a DNA level, we are designed to express at those extremes, because you always had to hunt and kill for your food. You had to protect your family against whatever, a warring tribe. You had to go to war. You had to deal with stuff. There was value in those versions of societies in aggression. And I think if we don't have an outlet, this has become like a rant. If we don't have an outlet to get that out, I think it's very difficult for men to be happy. But I don't know if there's any evidence for this, but it's a very clear sort of gut feel I have, but I guess mostly based on experience for myself. It's not just about regularly exercising for me. It's about sometimes having to hit these extremes where I push it right to the brink. And there's a satisfaction that comes from that type of exertion. It comes close to the end range aggression I could express when I used to train in martial arts and I used to compete in that. It's same as the end range sort of like fighting to finish a lift when I used to compete in the weightlifting stuff. There's a pattern here. So that's something that I realize I'm missing as well.
Yeah, but as you explain that, and obviously I might not be the most typical girl, but I feel exactly the same. Like, and everything you described, I also really enjoy that. Like, that's probably why we used to get into screaming fights. Because we just, we both enjoyed pushing things really, really, like, there's a part of it that was enjoyable. Obviously, it wasn't the healthiest.
For a while, we were on this train of, if there was something moderately aggressive, the other person would be like, what, you want to fight? I'll fight. I'll fight. And then we just start shouting at each other. Like we're itching for it, right? Yeah, you're right. You do have it too.
Yeah.
You do have it, which is why you get really riled up when we watch like sports on TV too, because you understand that end range of emotion, right? Like you win something and you can celebrate.
Yeah.
It's not just pure joy. Like there's a release of intensity that is very close to aggression. For me, it's not far from aggression. Like it's
I mean, even in like pickleball, right? Like you get to a point where if you played enough, then I feel like everyone's really close to like smashing their racket. Like, I mean, yesterday someone did. They just like were like, and it's like whack to like a post or something. And like, yeah, I can feel it, right? Like you get to this point and you've pushed it to a certain level and it feels good at that level. I just think stubbornly, I don't feel like we should lose those things as adults.
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so either. I think
that just like so many people say, oh, I don't want to become a parent because then I won't be able to do this. And okay, yes, it's true that we don't have as much time to do these things. Yeah. But I think I also am pushing really hard to keep some of those aspects of life because I do think that they are important.
Yeah, I think in coaching psychology, there's this concept of lifestyle design that's a bit like frou-frou, but like I do like the concept of it, like be the architect of your life. And if you feed in evidence that all of us know about now, that we should play more even as adults and the quality of relationships are more important than anything else, blah, 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 then And we realize, because you've hit a certain point in life, that no, I kind of want to be happy versus like serious and like just achieve shit and like collect accolades. Like, no, it seems like I want to be at ease sometimes. Then you think about what that looks like on a good day, on like one of your best days. Not best days like, oh my goodness, I won the lottery, but a best day that is repeatable. And if that is what your ideal life sort of feels like, then you work backwards and you sort of adjust now. Yeah, so you tinker like a couple of years from now, it would be really cool if my days looked like this.
Yeah, didn't we talk about how I want to be able to play a sport and you want to be able to exercise, right? Whatever that looks like, usually solo for you, right? And then I want to be able to have massages.
Oh yeah, I forgot we talked about this. This is before kids though, right?
No, we talked about this like 2 years ago. So I still think can, but here's an important question. Does it also pertain to things that take longer than a day? So, for example,
You would travel.
Yeah, if I really want to go and live in a caravan, is that something that I should be able to design into my life, even though I'm a night out with kids?
Yeah, I feel like, right? I feel like it just requires planning more so that it's not so like magical and spontaneous, right? It's yes, you can have that thing,
but it takes a long time to get ready for it and plan it.
We're just like at the start of the year, like at what point are we going to do this, whatever, right? And we've done it a few times in the summer months. We just like go somewhere.
Yeah.
We just need to put more intention to it, right?